Morning. You alright? So we're in town today, guys. Street Switch Photography. Back out and about. We've got a busker on. Tuesday market. Usually very busy days. We've got the plant market on, obviously. Just taking a quick look down Leicester Street to see how everything's faring down there. So the market manager doing an excellent job of keeping everything under control and peaceful and quiet, which is the way it should be, because people like a lovely shopping experience, don't they? Yes, they do. I'm just taking a quick walk round and then I'm going to go and do some recording somewhere else. This is just the intro. Now, am I used to this camera yet? Well, yeah. Exposure meter and everything's set so you can actually see what the bloody hell's going on. And obviously, it might look a little darker on me or whatever, but I think it looks alright, in my opinion. If you stay in the centre of the screen, it keeps the exposure pretty goddamn well. And the sound quality is on point. So that's Leicester Street. Nothing to report today, really. Apart from Serco being right pissed off with reform because they're threatening to deport all illegal migrants. Good on you, reform. Good on you. But Restore Britain are still going to do more, aren't they? We'll see what happens, and I'll get back to you in a minute. So what a lovely day for a walk around the market in Melton Mowbray. Really bright and sunny. It's nice. And yeah, there's quite a lot happening. I won't turn the camera around yet, but I'm just about to go and take a walk up the cattle market. The cattle market has been there for absolutely years, so I thought I'd take a walk up there, go and have a look round, go and see a friend that's up there that does YouTube as well. Now, the screen might look slightly overexposed whilst it's on me because it's actually frosted out, if you know what I mean, at the top, but that's because I've got the exposure compensation set for a better picture. We are in 4K. I have got the microphone attached, the external one. So there you go. Let's take a walk up the market and see what's going on today. I might even pop in the hangar and see what's for sale in there. See you in a minute. Now, whilst I'm here, I thought I'd do a quick recording of the old King's Head. The old King's Head used to be a hotel, and then it turned into sort of a nightclub. Now, there has been some recent planning permission put in for the King's Head. I don't think it's anything major, but I'll try and include the story within this link. Let me turn the camera around. So yeah, there's been other planning permission put in. In fact, I've just found the planning permission slips, so we'll take a look at those. Let me turn the camera back round again. So if you want to pause the video to take a look at these, for what the planning permission is actually about. There's another one at the bottom here. I don't know whether it's any different or not, but I'll show you that as well. There you go. Because not a lot seems to have happened with it over the past 3 years. It just seems to have been left, if you want to put it like that. Still the fly tipping here, and I have actually reported that, but anyway, that's besides the point. So here we are at Melton Cattle Market. I'm just about to go and take a walk around and see exactly what it's all about. I like to take a walk around the car boot to see if there's any deals and things like that. If you notice, the sky is quite white. Again, that's because of my exposure that I've set on the camera. You get a better picture. But yeah, Stockyard. It's actually called the Stockyard. Holds paid for events and things like that, sometimes free events. I know they hold an annual vintage car meet, they do a cheese fest, choc fest, pie fest, and everything else down here. So again, I've got the exposure set properly now, and I can actually zoom round for you. We're in 4K. I'll do a slow zoom round so you can see what's happening. And there you go. If anything happens or I find something to buy, I'll start recording.
Any time you turn up, you get photographs of all these musicians. They love it.
Yeah. So here we are down at the Melton car boot. I won't get you on camera if you don't want to be on camera, love. I've just spotted these two Zenit cameras, £10 each. So what I'll be doing with these cameras is taking them home, cleaning them up, and then hopefully using them for street photography. So I'm going to go and buy the cameras, and what I'll do is when I get home we'll have a closer look at them. Obviously you get problems with mould in the glass and stuff like that. You've got to check the shutter speeds and all that sort of stuff. I think it'll be quite interesting to see what these actually come out as and whether I can actually get them working. See you in a minute. So right there, straight off the bat, I've got a right bargain, because the lenses that are actually on these cameras are called the Helios. And the Helios lenses are actually quite sought after, because they actually used that lens in the new Batman movie for some of the more cinematic scenes. So the Zenit camera comes with this, it was classed as a kit lens back in the day. So I thought I'd have both of them at £10 each. Now the lenses can be worth anything from £25 to £50 if they're in good condition. One of them has got a spot of mould on it, but you can use things like white vinegar and things like that as long as you don't get any lens separation and you use the right equipment to actually refresh the actual lenses. So I'm quite pleased with that. 20 quid for two Zenit film cameras, 35mm film cameras. I checked both of them. They both work, but the shutters are working on them. I've got to check the shutter speeds and obviously everything else. But yeah, quite pleased with that. Good day today. Let's turn the camera around. Booyah. We're just taking a walk down towards the fire station. You tend to see a lot of crashed cars down here from accidents and stuff like that, which isn't very nice, and I'm trying to keep my sort of videos a little bit more positive, especially on a Tuesday. But there's some big changes coming in this market. All of this area is going to be an events area with what's happening with the stockyard and everything. The only part I don't like is the big building they're building. It looks like fucking Mecca. But you can't like everything, can you? So I just thought I'd take a quick walk around the market today, have a look round. It's a nice day. I mean, some of these bloody cars, Jesus. Fucking hell. There you go. So as I said before, I'm going to take a walk back into town, go and see what's going on. I've got these two cameras to actually clean up and see if I can get working at home, which will be included in tomorrow's video, I believe. Because I'm not going into town tomorrow, so I'll give them a clean up. See what I can do with them, see if I can get them working, and I'll do a video on how I do that. So basically it's a camera refurbishment. Now there's two different sorts of Zenits I've got here. I believe they're a German make, or Russian, one or the other. Not sure which, but I know it's one of them. And it's an absolutely sweltering day, it's nice and warm. And I've got a bag full of stuff, and I've got to go and pick up something from the chemist yet. So I've still got quite a lot to do. But that's the way it happens, isn't it? I hope the sound quality is okay on this, because I'm using an external microphone. Again, I've sort of still getting used to the settings. I've had to turn it down a little bit, because in one of my videos it sounded like it was distorting somewhat. So I've turned the microphone down a little to try and get it sounding a little better. Obviously I edit the files and stuff like that for noise reduction, but if anybody was wondering what software I use for that, I use DaVinci Resolve. This is the brewery. It's where all the famous beers are made, from Round Corner Brewery. And there's all your beers. Sold in barrels or bottles or whatever you want, which can only be a good thing. Here in Melton, we'll say goodbye to the market. We'll go and say hello to a friend of mine. That's if he isn't busy. I'll stop the video, and if he wants to talk, he will. I think it records. So we're down here at the beautiful bacon store for the best bacon cobs in Melton. Nice seeing you anyway, buddy. And I'll catch you later. Look after yourself. You too, buddy. See you later.
Hello, everybody.
So I'm going to take a walk across now to the hangar and go and have a look in there and see if there's anything interesting to have a look at whilst we're there. The hangar's, I think it's air ambulance, as far as I know. I think the hangar's air ambulance. Not 100% sure, correct me if I'm wrong. The hangar might be the air ambulance charity. It's just called the hangar though, not air ambulance charity, if you know what I mean. So I'll take a walk across there. If I find out, I'll record it. If not, I'll just take a walk back into town. Let me cross the road at the traffic lights down the bottom there. See you in a minute. So all in all, there wasn't really much in there. It wasn't anything to write home about. There were a few Magic the Gathering cards and stuff like that that looked sort of interesting, but I've already got them, so not much point in buying those. I mean, they're selling them for, I think it was 25p each, when some of them are only worth 10p. So, you know, they can't be expected to check every single bloody card, can they really? Yes, I play Magic the Gathering. I know a lot about the cards and stuff like that, which ones are worth money, which ones aren't. I collect them more than play nowadays. I should get back into playing it, but I've been a little bit put off going certain places just recently, which is another video. But anyway, we're just walking around near the Premier Inn and taking a quick look at this place, because I know this has had planning permission changes recently. And it'd be interesting to know what's actually going to happen. They're trying to turn it into a car wash. And some of the planning permission and some of the things that have happened are a bit dodgy. I think there's another planning permission slip here. There is. Look, for a change of use. If you want to pause the video, pause the video. And don't worry, this video isn't all about just looking at planning permission and stuff like that. I'm going to take a walk back to my scooter and then get home and have a look at these cameras. Watch out for some bonus footage. There usually is some bonus footage. This has been Street Switch Photography. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Go and hit the notification bell. Watch out for the bonus footage. This isn't the end of the video. And I'll see you in a mo, if there is any bonus footage, that is. So this will be your bonus footage, a tree that's been chopped down, I believe by Town Estate, for the reason it could be diseased, it could have reached its end of life. But they're obviously halfway through doing it. This massive log is going to have to be removed. Now there's rumours that obviously when you count the rings on the tree, that's how many years old it is. That'd be over 200. But you can see that it's pretty much fucked it now, isn't it? But yeah, it's a shame to see them go, but they've planted more trees down Wilton Park as well. That's a big old log, that is, isn't it? Splitting under its own weight, look. I hear some sirens. That sounds like an ambulance. Excuse me for coughing. But they've got it all taped off. It's a shame to see, but again, if this diseased any more trees or anything like that, that's if it had a disease, or if it reached its end of its life and fell down, obviously the roots can go rotten and the tree can fall over. It's a health and safety risk as well, isn't it, if you think about it. Yeah, such a shame. Now I don't know if I'm going to manage to get this on camera or not. Ah, it's an ambulance. Yeah, I managed to get it. Loving this new camera. So if people were wondering what I was on about at the actual market when I bought these two cameras, which you see here right in front of you, they're Zenits. Now, I think Zenits were made in Russia. The USSR, made in Russia, yeah, as you can see right there. They're actually made in Russia, and they're pretty good cameras. They're solid. Now, these were £10 each. I would have paid £10 just for this part, because I've checked them over, and as you can hear and see, they do need a little bit of work, but the shutter works. And the shutter works not only on that speed, but you'll hear the difference. The shutter works on all speeds on this one. So that's a pretty decent camera. Now it came with a Helios lens, and I originally thought it was mouldy, but I've given it a clean, and there's a tiny little bit of mould just in the corner here on this back lens, which I can use a cotton bud and some white vinegar, which will kill that, and that will be an absolutely perfectly good lens. Now, these lenses sell between £25 and £50 depending on condition. The aperture is working properly. There's a little bit of grease or whatever it is, oil on the aperture blades. But other than that, that is a bloody good deal for 10 quid. So that's the one that came with this Zenit, the TTL. And here's the other Zenit. And I'll take the lens off. Now, this lens isn't so desirable, and it's a little bit more clunky, as you can hear. It's got a clicky aperture, whereas this one has got a clickless aperture, so you can't hear any clicking. But still, it's a Helios 44M. They're renowned for their, what you call, swirly bokeh, if you want to put it like that. They all need cleaning up. The aperture blades on this one are actually pretty good, looking at them. A little bit, a very small amount of oil on the aperture blades. And again, the actual camera, the other camera, this one works absolutely fine. And you can look in the back of them just by clicking this. At the side, there's a little tab, if you can see that. You pull that and it opens up, and I can show you. Don't know whether you've seen that or not. There you go. Works absolutely fine. Now again, they do need cleaning up and they do need a little bit of TLC. But you can sell these cameras by themselves or with the lens for about 50 quid. Once cleaned up, it's got the selenium meter in as well here, this one has. Whether that works or not remains to be seen. The other one I think takes a battery. But what I'll do is I'll clean these up, I'll get them fully working, I'll buy a roll of film, I'll probably get some, I don't know, black and white film or something. There's your rewind thing. That's a little bit stiff, so that needs oiling and whatnot. But yeah, I'll buy some film and I'll run a roll of film through it and develop it. And I'll see what we actually get. I'm quite pleased with that. Very pleased. Nice find. For 20 quid, 2 lenses, 2 cameras, well-known cameras at that, and I'm really pleased. I told you there'd be some bonus footage, and this is the end of the video. If you like this video, like and subscribe, go and hit the notification bell, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video at the Weekend Reformer in town, so I'll be down recording those, and enjoy the rest of this lovely weather that we're having at the minute, this sunny day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.